within that, I've told us that the first process of data analysis is what do you call it? Is sourcing of data. So where do we exactly get this data? Do we get it from company? Actually, when you become a data analyst, right, you work with a company, right, and they will provide the data you'll be analyzing. But what if I'm yet to be a data analyst? So where can I get practice data sets from? And that's basically the first thing we'll be looking at today because you need it. Even after the class, beyond the class, you need to practice on your own. And how do we get this data? How can you source for this data? Do you come to my DM every day? Okay, please provide me data or how do you want to do it? Actually, there are some then public repository. I like to call it public repository. Or you can also call it public databases. That is where you can get data sets and it is open for the public. It's open to the public. It is an open access. So we have one of them is cargo.com. So I will advise everybody to have an account with them, right? Cargo, KAGGLE.com. So when you open this, it's majorly for data science, right? But you actually get data sets from this place too and data analyst, and you just want to use those data for practice. You want to clean it, you want to know, okay, can I actually clean the data set? Am I qualified to be called a data analyst? I don't know why it's this slow. Am I qualified to be called a data analyst, or can I apply what I've learned in RX data, or can I apply it in a real life data? Most time, you call it dummy data set. They are not real, but sometimes it can be real. So why is it going to slow? Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to register, right? But obviously I have an account with them, right? So you want to do register and you register like normal registration. So I will just sign because I have an account with them. So we can see we have my longest date is 1 in 5 days. And obviously, I'm no longer using Travi.com because this is more like a practice data set. I'm not a data analyst, so I use real data sets now. So you can see we have different type of thing, and majorly most of them are exclusive to data science, data scientists. You can see into to machine learning, but we are not concerned with all this, right? We're only concerned with getting our data set. And you can see from this far, from this left hand side, you can see data sets. So that's basically what we're trying to focus on. I'm sorry, my network is kind of slow. So we have dual data set here. So I'm trying to let's say something. Let's ask something about let's just say uh what is the question? Let's say something like that. Or let's say abuse. Let's say abuse. Anything. So we can see we have different type of data set. Let's say I want to explore child sexual abuse now. Okay, I think this is actually a good thing. They will just click on this one. Let's see. Okay. So it gives a questionnaire data set for predicting the knowledge level to prevent the child. So okay, let's read about the file. You can see it is one file and it has 9 columns. Probably okay, this is not like a final year project, right? Especially if you want to do a final year, I think this is one of the best things. So basically, you are doing a final year project, and you are distributing questionnaire. Most of the question is usually agreed is and you agreed is and you agreed. It's more like a similitude of yeah, that questionnaire. So I don't think I will be downloading this, but you can just come here and download it. So let's check for that one. And then just open this. Um, let's gender abuse. So you can actually check this one online gender abuse violence within it can lead to loss of life where there's need for automated education. Okay. We can see something like this. Zero indicates the annotator does not believe the post does not match the label. Anyway, let's check the store. Oh, I can't read this. Oh, okay. There's language barrier, so I won't be downloading that attention. So I'm trying to find the one we can download. So okay, let's just go for this. So sorry, this is 3 file. Let's download this. Okay, so let's just download this. So let me click on this one. Let me see if it's something like that. Okay, I feel like I like this. Okay. Let's download. So we just click on this download button again. Download dataset outside. So you can see something, it is already downloading here, everything to complete. So it's not necessarily that you have to search violence against women and girls. I mean, obviously you have to search it because I'm using it today, but you can explore and search for more data sets, and that's how you will get data sets for practice. And that's basically very, very easy. I mean, that's one of the ways of getting data sets, public access data sets. It might not be real, so don't think you are doing anything. Okay. So this is my archive. Then I want to write click. Can you see I got click? Then I can see something like extract file, extract here, but I want to extract it here. So when I extract, I can see I can see a file folder here. I want to click on this one. Then I have my 3 data sets. So let's click on this. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Not much, honestly. We don't have enough. We have record ID, we have country, we have gender, we have demographic, then we have what is response. Okay, let's check. So we can see something like data dictionary. So let's click on it. This one will explain what we are trying to um, this will explain all the columns, right? All the columns in the data set. So let's see. So you can see record ID means unique number unique to each country in which the survey was conducted. You can see gender, whether the respondents were male or female. That's the meaning of gender in this particular case. So we have the demographic question. It has a different type of demographic question. I mean, these are the stuff you need to read to actually make decision, but I won't be reading everything here. So rather than be justified in written stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, basically, what I want to show us is how to get public data sets um for for analysis, and we've gotten one. So let's start with what we did the last time, which was standard. I just want to recap on what we've learned, and then we will move forward to what we are trying to learn today. So I tried to teach us about find and replace data time, right? So from the word find and replace, find is just like, okay, probably I want to find a particular like F, or let's say we have series of F, as in this case now, I can just click on my data, I can click on my filter. I think I've shown us filtering and sorting. I've talked us about sorting and filtering. So when you click on this drop down, I can actually see how many data are present, how many values are present in this particular column. I can see we have F and M. So in this particular case, F means male, and F means female, sorry, while M means male. So let's say I want to replace this F with female. So I can just click on my own tab. So I can see something like find and select. So I see find, I see replace. Obviously, I want to replace the F with with female. So you want to go to this replace. What are we finding? I'm finding F, capital letter F, right? So what are we replacing it with? We are replacing it with female. right? So I can see various options. Am I trying to replace, or I want to replace everything? Or I'm trying to replace only this particular cell. Obviously, I want to replace everything. So that's why I will pick in this option, replace all. But if I want to replace only this particular cell, I will click on replace all. But let's say in case I'm just finding, like I'm not replacing, probably I'm interested in seeing all things that I can take on find all, and I can see all the whereas all the rows we can see up here. So let's say we have find all, can see all the rows there. I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to replace it. So I'm going to click on replace all. And we can see everything. And we can see all done. We made 27,420 replacements. That is 27,420 Fs and F have been changed to female. So okay, let's check if it is true. Now I want to click on this drop down again. Remember, the last time I was seeing F and M, but now as I'm seeing female and male. And this is what we call data cleaning. I've cleaned it from F. F can mean anything, right? So I've cleaned it to a more defined term, which is what female. So I can also replace the male, right, by just clicking on anything. I can click on this particular row. Oh, now there's a mistake. Can you see this one has been changed to 18 Benjamin standard? Okay, control Z. I don't know. Okay, wherever it is F, do you know what just happened right now? Maybe let me just, you can see this Afghanistan. So it is changing this F to female. And that's why we can see something like, let's control Y. So this is actually supposed to be Afghanistan. But we can see a female Afghanistan. That is the F that was there is being changed to female because obviously you said replace all. So how do you already start of the page? You want to do you can click this one or click Ctrl Z. When you click Ctrl Z, let's go back to you can actually press Ctrl F. When you press Ctrl F, it will give you this thing which is find and replace. And obviously you want to replace. What are we trying to replace? You are trying to replace F and female. So you want to click on this option, right? I want to click on match entire cell. That is wherever you entire cell content, then I can click on replace all. So you can see we made 6,300 replacements. So let's take Afghanistan is good. Nigeria is looking pretty. Everything is looking good, right? So this is basically how to clean. And remember the one we did last. So let's see. Can someone tell me how can I include it can someone unmute their mic and talk to me? How can I replace this M only? Hello, should I call names? Hello, is there? Okay, Monsura, can you help us? I want to change this AM to male. So, what do you think? What are the steps that I have to follow? What are the steps that I
Okay,
have to take?
good afternoon, sir. So you have to go to find and select. Then under find and select, you select replace. Then you click on like the find place. You click on you type then replace with mail. Then you will also like set it in such a way that it will replace only the in this row. Good af-
Please,
okay.
I'm sorry, an emergency just happened, and I have to attend to it. It's concerning my parents, so can you just give me like 2 minutes more, so I'll join you guys. Please don't leave the call, just 1 minute. I have to attend to it. Hello. Yeah, please can you hear me? Hello, can anyone hear me? Yeah, thanks. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll be joining. I'll be joining with my laptop now. We'll just be it's something too much. So just have to react to it. Okay, just now. Okay, can you see my screen? Hello, please. Can someone hear me?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for whatever happened, right? So it was just so unplanned. I have to attend to just very, very important. So I'm just sorry. So I was trying to say something before I left. What was I saying? Um, sorry, what was the last thing I was saying? I forgot. I think I was talking about this. Okay, I was trying to say someone should try to change this N into male. So who can change this N? How can I change this N into male? Yeah, can someone volunteer? How
Sir,
can I change it? It's very simple. Yeah, I can hear you.
sir. Okay, I
Hello, I
said
can
that
hear
you
you.
go to find and select,
Okay.
then you
What's the
click on
shortcut?
replace, then you replace the
What's the
letter
shortcut?
N.
So we want
I
to
didn't
do
get that,
N,
sir.
capital letter N. What's the shortcut? The shortcut is Control F. You get. So we want to see
Okay,
match to
sir.
entire cell contents. Then you want to place on replace all. Then I can actually see everything has been changed. Then you've made 6,300 replacements, right? So basically that's all about find and replace. I hope you all get that, right? So that was the last thing we thought. So can someone please drop a message that will continue the class? Sorry, it was just something I cannot control. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. So the next thing we'll be doing today, the actual thing which I planned for today, will be copying and pasting. So that actually sounds very easy, right? So let's say I have a data prepared here. So, so okay. Um, okay, so let's say we want to copy this particular stuff, right? We want to copy this name. So we can just press on, we can right click. Okay, let's say we want to copy this Trello campus. So when you right click on this one, you can see we have various options. And the first thing we want to do is we want to copy, right? So we want to paste it here. So it is copy and paste most of the time. So we want to right click again, then you want to click on paste. So we have our paste here. You can just click on this paste, then you can actually see Trevor campus, which we have copied here. So you can actually highlight also by left clicking and dragging your mouse to wherever you want to download. Let's say to number 10, from name number two to row number two to row number 10. So Control C, you can see something that like a snake, something moving like a snake. That is this cell has been copied, this particular cells have been copied. So let's say you want to copy it here, you click on that place, then Control V, or you can actually click right click and you have our paste option here. So we can see our what we just copied. So basically that's how to do the normal copy and pasting. But we have more to this, right? We have a whole lot of so now let's just include something. Let's include something. Let's include salary. This is similar to the I'm just it's not a real data set. Okay. There's a whole lot of them. So let's just stop there. So we have our salary, then let's say we have something like equals to this particular salary times 0.15. That's 15%, right? So let's do this. Okay. So let's say we have a particular, let me just so we will not be confused. So let's say we have this particular data set, right? And this is the salary, and this is the we want to raise their salary by 15%. So percentage raise. So want to raise it by 15%. So when you raise it by 15%, this is what we will get. So how do we now copy? Let's say, let me remove the color, so we won't see any color. Okay, so we can see these are the salary of this particular employee, right? We have our new salary, we are proposing the proposed salary for the new employee. We can see everything there. So how do we now copy it? If you want to copy, we all know that if you just right click, let's click, or you can just highlight some cell, press Ctrl C, right? If you just click on another cell, and you can also press Ctrl V, Ctrl V, sorry, Ctrl V for paste. So you can actually get all these things. But now let's do something. Now let's try to highlight this cell. So you can actually highlight all these, right? So Ctrl C. So let me paste it here. Ctrl V. So I'm actually seeing something like you can see the numbers are different. So let me try to take it one by one so you can actually see it very well. So let's do Control C, then you have Control V. You can actually see this 85, 851,076, then you have 127,768. But I just copied. What has changed? Right? And this is where you have to know that okay, there's something we call copy and paste, which is very, very important in what do you call it? In data analysis. So how do you correct this one? When you click on this one, you can see something like paste option. There are various paste options, right? So you want to click on this drop down. So you have various paste options. Okay, how can we correct this? What are the function of all these paste options? So when you over your mouse over everything, you can see everything has a function. The first one is formulas, the second one is formulas and number formatting. You can all see everything. So to see the effect better, so let me click on this one. Let me include the decimal. So let me include the decimal. So just, okay. So I want to click on this paste option. So the first thing is formula. That is, it is actually what do you call it? It's actually copying the formula. What's the formula here? The formula is E2 times 0.15. What's E2? This column E2. That is this particular one times 0.15. Actually, that's not supposed to be the case. The case is supposed to be what D2 times 0.15. And that's why this one is entirely wrong actually. So this one is actually just copying. If I should click on this one, nothing changes because it's actually copying. Okay, what I've copied here is D2 times 0.15. What I'm expecting here should be D2 times 0.15. But unfortunately, we've seen we've gotten E2 times 0.15, and that's why we are having entirely different option, different values here. So when you click on the function, is copying the same formula. Sorry, formula is clicking on is copying the same formula, that is the format of the formula. So we also have formats, number formatting. You can see this whole number. Actually, there's a mistake. This is actually supposed to be whole number. Let me try to drive it down. So I'm seeing, okay, this one is three decimal number, this three, this two. Well, I don't know why it's different, but it's actually supposed to be the same. It actually is supposed to give us three decimal number, which is something I don't understand. Let's go back. So let's click on this one, Control V, so Control C, Control V. I want us to understand very well. We have various options, but we not be needing most of them. You can see we have match conditional formatting, we have transpose, we have put source, we have a whole lot of options, but we not be needing them, except we'll be needing this one. What is this? Paste value. If I should paste value, I can actually see, okay, we're actually getting this particular numbers, which is what we actually want. So if I should drag this one down, I can see, sorry. Okay. Let me try to copy this one. Control C, Control V. So we want to click on this one. So let's do it again. So by dragging them down, I'm expecting the formula to sorry. the format of what I've just done. Control V. Okay, I think this works. No, it's not working. Hmm. Let's do something. Do you understand what I'm trying to do? You get the same values of so basically you understand what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to whatever I've copied here is what I will get here. So that's um how to use copy and paste value. Do you understand or we have some great value you don't understand? That can you explain because you have been some on and off in this while you are teaching this. So when you want to do paste value, just even though there has been some inconsistency or there has been some formula that has been applied, right? You get you still try to get your formula when you use your but you still get to get your particular value topic when you use the paste value. So do you have any question? What can I move on? Hello, do you have question? Hmm. Hello? Can you guys hear me say? Okay. Okay, basically that's how to do copy and pasting. So let's move to the next one, which is text to column. So how do we do text to column? So when next, what is the meaning of text to column? Do you have a question? Someone is trying to say something. So when you need to do text
Sir,
to
can you hear
column,
me?
let's say you want to, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I understand the find and replace, but this you are talking about copy and paste. So basically, we are copying and pasting to another column and to another cell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All
So
right.
to copy
Thank
and
you.
paste, basically from the word copy and paste, just like you are copying and you are pasting. But what I'm trying to say is that we have different type of copy and paste. There are sometimes when you copy something, you get you get different value from what you copied. And how to solve that particular problem is by clicking paste option, then click on paste value. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's say we are trying to work for example, this is a question we have for the campus, we have for the data. But let's say we want to get the last name, we are interested in the last name, only, not the first name. And that's what we use something we call text to column. So you go under this Twitter tab, you can see something here, text to column. So you want to click on this thing. The first thing when you want to use this particular function, you want to click on okay, apply this particular text to column in this particular cells. So you want to click on text to column, right? So when you click on this text to column, basically text to column, you split it in you split this column into two. You can see what is common between these separate things. We have we have uh, we have campus, we have space, right? We have basically what's common between them or what is separating them is space, which is we have the difference between last name and first name is space, right? The difference between NS and beta is space, and that's common between all these names. So if you want to separate this kind of thing, we have delimiter that is characters such as comma, star, space, because the space is actually a delimiter, right? We also have fixed digits, that is if nothing is in if nothing is in common between all the names, right? So in this case, you want to press the limit.
So I can't see what you are presenting again, sir.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Sorry, I've been talking since morning and unfortunately I've been muted. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay. So someone can hear me. So
Yes, yes, I
you
can
want to
hear you. Okay. I can hear
you want to press on the delimiter, right? So you want to click next, right? So what is separating Trevor and campus? Obviously, it is space, right? It is semicolon. You want to click on semicolon. In this comma, you want to click on comma tab. So you want to check off this one because it is obviously space. You can actually see everything has been separated into two. So you want to click on next. So the next thing is it is now asking us, okay, I think all these one are not necessary, but we can see something like destination. Why are you trying to return the patient name? Why are you trying to return first name and second name? So in this particular case, I want to return my first name here and last name here. So I want to change this destination. I want to click on this one. So when you click on this one, obviously the first one, that is this particular last name, will fill this one, and the first name will spill into the next column. So you can just click this down arrow, then you want to click on finish. So I can see my table has been separated from my last name has been separated from my first name, and this is how to separate two last name to this is how to separate last name from first name. Do you understand? How can I go over it again? Do you understand? Hello.
Can you go over it again?
Okay. So now let's say we have let me pick another name. So let's say we have this particular data set. And I'm asked that, okay, fetch the last name of this particular people and their first name. Obviously, if I want to fetch that, I can easily write down Trevor, but that's quite tasking. That can I use Excel knowledge to do it. So you just want to click on all the stuff, all the names that you want to split into two. So when you highlight everything, you want to click on your data tab, then you can see something like text to column. When you click this text to column, right? When you click on this, you will be asked if it is a delimiter or if you want to separate it based on each click. But obviously, space, tab, all these things, they are what we call delimiter, right? So you want to click on your delimiter. So the next thing you want to click on next. So what is separating level and campus? Space. What's separating NX and beta? Space. So in this case, you want to click on space here. Then you want to click on next. So the next thing is it is now asking for destination. Okay, where do you want last name? Where do you want your first name to be in this particular cell? So if I should click on B5, okay, but let's click on B5 and let's see what happens. Can you see? He said there's already data here. You want to replace it. So let's see. They can see the next immediate thing is page average. So let's see what happens. So let me open it. I can see that B and C, this is the last name and this is the first name. And obviously, last name and first name has been split, but the age column has been overwritten, right? They've overwrite the first name. You can't see the age again, sorry. You can't see the age again. And this is why I changed the definition the other time. Control Z also. So now I want to go to my text to column. I want to click on the limiter, obviously, space, obviously. So now this definition, I want to change this definition. I want to click on this one so that I can change it. Where do you want the last one to be? I want this in this particular cell. So if you click on one cell, so I'm expecting, if I click on this cell, I'm expecting the last name to be in this particular cell and the first name to spill over into this particular column. Sorry. So I want to click on this one, then I can click on finish. Can you see my Trevor campus has been here? So you can also that's basically how to do um text column. Do you understand now? Hello?
Yes, yes, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's say we have something like January or something like February. Okay. Now let's say I want to separate this particular column, this particular cell, I want to retain only the table number, the first table word, which is JM, how we want to be shortened. So in this particular case, I want to highlight everything. So the next thing is go to your text to column. So should we click the limiter or should we click fixed width? What is separating January? What do you think is separating? Nothing is separating January. It's just a word. What's separating February? Nothing. So in this case, you don't want to click on the limited, but you want to click on fixed width. So you want to click on next. It is actually asking you, okay, where do you want to separate them? Unfortunately, we have a ruler. So you try to place your ruler to where you want to separate them. You can just click on down, which is I can see JAM, which is what I want. So I want to click on next. So I can see something like this. Where do you want your destination? Q4. You have to, where is Q4? Basically, if it's coming here, that is the first thing name will be there, then the last name will be there. So I don't want Q4, I want RO. So you can just change this one to R. But in case this one will be, you cannot understand what I just did there. So you can just click on this one. Just click here. So you can just click on finish. So you can actually see the first three names have been split here, have been split in this particular column, and the last names has been split in this particular column. So, and you can just delete this one. You can just delete this particular column. And this is how to separate words using text to column function. Do you understand now? Hello, do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
So it is very easy. Text to column is very, very easy. So we also have the next thing we'll be moving to is data validation. So data validation is actually very, very easy. We heard a lot about automation, which is what I just think it's an addition to this particular format. We heard a lot about automation, data automation. So maybe you are trying to create a report of let's use this two as an example. We are creating we are paying 20,000 for this particular cohort, right? So let's say you want to in this case you want to return people that you want to know people that are paid, right? And people that are paid half payment. So in this particular case, you only have two types of payment. Either you are paying 20K or you are paying 10K for 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 registration. So let's say you want to register, I want to automate this process. Just want to build when you are building an automation, the first thing is you want to command some cells. Let's say I'm commanding this particular cell, this particular I let me just right. This particular cell that is whoever is registering and using this particular cell must have paid 20K at least. So I highlight the first cell, right? So you can see under our data tab, we have something called data validation, right? So when you click on this data validation, we have setting. The first thing is you see setting. Then it is you can see any value. So you want to change from any value to it to a number. So you can see data between, I want to choose a postcode. I'm just trying to use my case. It depends on the use cases they are trying to follow in their particular stuff or what you are instructed to do. So I want to click on 20,000, produce 20,000. So let's click on OK. So let's say up where has paid 10K. So if I should place, sorry, up where has was 10, 10,000. So if I should press on enter, you can see this value does not match the data value registration for this cell. So up where we generally know that okay, I've not paid it. So probably I'm not supposed to write here. Actually, you are not supposed to format it here like this. So let me try to format it as it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be our names and payments. Let's say amounts. So let's say I have another name. Oh, okay. I think I formatted that particular section. So you have names. amount. So let's do this one too. We have the so then we have the so in this particular case, I think we formatted almost something like this. So let's say we have something which is called sheet. So sheet 2 has paid in full, I mean obviously. So they're having 20,000. If I click on enter, you can see 20,000 is 20,000 can still be here. But Okpa has not paid in full. Okpa is paid, let's say 6 pounds. Then I click on enter, it's giving me error, right? So Okpa will know that okay, I'm not supposed to write there. But let's say Okpa is this amount. Let's try to format 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 years, right? So you want to go to your data validation. So you want to click on any value, let's say a number, let's say any value less than, let's say less than 10,000. So let's say 10,000 and one. So 10,000. So let's say offer has paid 10,000. Offer can register here. If we have paid 6 pounds, offer can register here. But if offer has paid 20,000, offer cannot register in this particular case. And this is what we call automation. When you actually use this particular type of function where you need it, probably you are building an automation for registration, this thing you enjoy it a lot because you already know that okay, people that occupy this particular field, they paid more than 20,000 or they paid this amount, and these people that are here, they paid this amount. Or it's just like you're in school or you're just trying to automate anything, that's how to automate. So let's say Okwe has paid 5,000. Obviously, it will return an error message. This value does not match the data validation restriction defined for the cell. So I don't like this thing. It is actually misleading. What does it mean? So you can actually click on let's format this particular cell, say row 10. You can see this row 10. You want to click on your data validation again. So you can see something like input message, right? You want to click on this implement. So what are you trying to write? Let's say notes. If you register me, page 22, else. So you can see register only is the page 22. That was register at the right hand side. So let's say someone here has paid 44,000. So you can see this value does not match. Why is it still here? Okay. And at least I can see the notes here. Register only is the page. I want to change this particular stuff, which is what I was trying to change, unfortunately. So let me try to go back again. Data validation. Sorry, I'm actually supposed to do error alerts here. So this is what I was actually supposed to do. Notes. Register only. Else register. So now let's say compare as stage 5 to 4 here. So you can see register only if you put 22, else registered at right hand side. Compare with JDN mode. Okay, I've actually paid 4K, 45. I should be here. And you can see this is how to automate using data validation. Do you understand? Hello, do you understand?
No, sir, I'm not getting you, sir.
Okay. I guess other people are on this call. You can hear me. Please, you can hear me, just reply with an emoji or something. So I can know you are there with us. Okay. So when we say data validation is like an automation process. What's an automation process? Automation process is something you automate, something you are trying, you don't want to register it manually, or you don't want to do it manually, or you are trying to put an restraining order. So any people can, so there will be a restraining order. So you want to, how do I say this? There will be, there's a restraining order for some certain condition. You know, let's say we are trying to register in this particular form. We are like I right. So we want to know um, people that have paid in full and people that have paid in half. So let's say this is full payment. We can just do something like full payment. Just do like something like full payment. So let's say the names of people that have paid in full, names and amount we paid. Oh, it cannot work here actually. Let me use that now. So let's say this is amount. So we have names here. So why is it doing that? Okay, let me just abandon the first. So let's say full payments. So we have our names here. Then we have amount. So now anybody can just click email. Let's say this is just a register. Like I'm passing the registration. I'm passing like let's say Excel sheet, right? So Shitu is the first person. I'm expecting full payment, right? Shitu has paid 20,000, right? Okwe, Okwe has not paid in full. Okwe has paid 10,000. But you don't want people that have paid less than 20,000 to be in this particular sheet. Let's say we have someone called Chile. Chile has paid 15,000. Then we have Ola. Ola has paid 20. So in this case, now imagine we have 100,000 people. You know, that's actually a whole lot. You don't want to separate them one by one. So in this case, you want to put a restraining order that anybody that will be registering in this particular cell, it must be someone that has paid in full. And anybody that will be registering, let's say in this cell, let me just copy this one. Let me copy it here. Control V, Control V, sorry, Control C, Control V. What's happening? Control C, Control V. So anybody that's registering in this particular right hand side, you should not have paid in full. That is probably half payment, right? So you want to change this one to half payment. But because there is no restraining order, right? Not change this one to half payment. So because there is no restraining order, of course you or both of them they can register here because there is no restraining order. But you want to format this particular first cell that anybody that is registering in this particular case, in this particular cell, they must have paid in full. And that's where we use data validation. So you click on your data validation, you click on your setting. Okay, what values are you trying to allow in this particular cell, in this particular range of cells? I'm trying to allow only whole number. So what is the data? What data are you trying to expect there? I'm expecting when the value they are entering here is equal to 20,000, right? So you want to click on OK. So if Okwe, now let's say Okwe is trying to pay 10K now, and click enter. You can see something, it is returning this value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. So let's say 15,000. Obviously, 15,000 is there because it has been there before. So if I should write 15,000 again, I should rewrite it. So this particular guy cannot write 15,000. And that's the case where we have, that's where our stock paid out. But if it is 20,000, if this guy has paid in full 20,000, this guy has also paid in full 20,000, we are not seeing any error messages any error message is not popping up, and that is what we call what do we call it? We call it data validation. Now, how can you now tell me, Adiola, tell me how do we apply data validation in this particular range of sale that it should be less than 20,000 naira. That is, anybody that has paid any amount less than 10,000 naira can register in this contract. So how do I go about it? Adiola, are you there with us? Okay, who can help out? Hello, am I audible? Okay,
Yes, I
there's no
can hear
time.
you.
So let's do. I'll go through it here. So you can just click on the data validation, click on any old number, then you can just click on data less than. What are we trying to do? So the maximum is 20,000. At least anybody that has paid less than 20,000 can register in this particular place. So let's say 19,000. Someone that has paid 19,000 can register in this particular, no error message. Let's say now let's say 20,000. Obviously there is what do you call it? There's an error message. So okay, I don't like this error message. What do you mean? You can actually change it using this particular data validation. Then you can actually change your error alert by using this type 2 and error messages, error message function. Do you understand now? I'm not okay.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so let's move on. So the next thing we'll be doing is okay, still on data validation. We have something. Now let's say I'll still use the RS data hub as an example. We have a classroom, obviously, these are online class. Well, let's say this is a physical class. All the meeting will be table, will be needing table. Can you give me some suggestion that will be needing? Chairs, probably laptop, probably laptop. What else? Maybe let's just like conversations, something on keyboard. We have, we have let's say stuff like this. Now let's say I delegate some people, right? I delegate some people to buy this particular stuff for me, right? And they should tell me the price. So we have table, chairs, laptop, my pad. Let's say we have like thousands of them. You don't want to be typing table, chair one by one, right? So you just want to do probably you want to see a bit of time. So table, you just want to click on table equals to probably 10,000, chairs equals to or you are trying to sell in your business. Let's say you own a pharmaceutical store and you are typing all the old drugs. You know, that's actually a lot. So when you have typed, we have paracetamol, we have Flagyl, you cannot just type everything one by one. I see where they out. And this is where what we call a list plays out. How does it play out? Let me just click on something here. So when you click on setting, you can actually see this drop down. You see something like a list. You want to click on a list, you can see after this list, you can see something. It is asking for source. Source means okay, what are you trying to do? So I want to highlight all my values obviously. So then click on okay. So if I have to click on this drop down, I can see I've checked everything here. So instead of typing table one by one, or imagine you have a pharmaceutical store, instead of typing paracetamol one by one, or someone bought like 20 drugs. You don't want to type each drug one by one. But once you click on it drop down, you can see all the drugs you have in your store. Or let's say we are selling this particular item, you can see everything that we have. So you can just click on table equals to probably 4, 5. Um, you know, okay, there's a data validation there. Oh, sorry, this particular cell is restricted because I've already added data validation there, and that's why. So let's see your money. I guess you understand what I'm trying to do. Do you understand? Omawolake, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So let me just copy this one into a new cell because I think I've done a lot of data validation in this course. So let's copy it. So now let's say I want to apply data validation and list here. So I want to click on this on. So you want to click on data validation, then you have any value. So you can see list here. It is asking for source. Actually, you can click on your source here. So you can actually list it out. So you can list, let's say, KB, ruler, or mark, pencil. These are the stuff you are selling in your store. So you can just click on OK. So anytime I click on this particular cell, I can actually see KB, ruler, and pencil. I can see something like everything you apply the drop down. So in this case, imagine you have any imagine these are drugs. Let's say you have paracetamol. So I'll just shorten paracetamol with PCM. Then you have flagyl, you have Amox. Yes, you have Amazon. Then you have penicillin. So in this particular case, I can see these are the stuff. Instead of typing into one by one, I can actually see the drop. And this particular stuff, they help very much in automation. Now let's join the stuff with them today. Let's join them together. Now let's say we have 4 students here. I will try to use people that are present in this form. So I want to use names and the payments. Let's say amount with page. So in this case, I'm expecting another item. What else again? I have umbrella. I have umbrella. I have instrument. Words. I have Adebayo. Well, I have mhm. So these are the 5 people I have on the score, right? And let's say if you see that you guys have paid 20,000 or you guys have paid less than 20,000, right? Because there is down payment. So I want to this means instead of me typing it out one by one, so I want to make a list here. I can just go to data validation. So the first thing is allow. I want to change it to a list. What's my source? Obviously, these are my source. These are my source. So I can just click on this and click on this down and then click on OK. So anytime I want to press on any news, I can easily see, okay, I'm typing on our carrier. This one is for Adiola. Now you see how fast it is. I do the diary. Then I can click on Messiah. Then the last one for Muhammad. So now I want to, okay, everybody that will be registering you probably should have paid 10K or they should have paid 20,000. So let's say 20,000. So I want to highlight all this here. Click on my data validation. Obviously, it has to be only one. Then data equals to what is it supposed to equals to? Supposed to equals to what? 20,000. So you want to click on OK. So let's try to do this one. Let's do outstanding. Okay. So part let's try to highlight all this stuff also. So you can see data validation. You want to click on O number when it is less than 20,000. At least anybody can register when it is less than 20,000. So Omongolake, for example, don't take it so. So for example, Omongolake has paid 20,000. So when she registers in this particular phase, if I click enter, it's going, right? Adiola has not registered, has not paid in full. She has only paid 10,000 naira. So when she registers in this particular cell, right? If I click enter, is hitting this value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. Obviously, I'm actually supposed to change the error message. But I guess you all know how to do that. So you can just you know that okay, I'm actually supposed to register here. I will do it again this way. I paid 20,000, right? She can register there. Monsurat has paid 19,000. So she can register here. Obviously there will be an error message that will pop up. but okay, I'm actually supposed to pay. Yeah. Moment has paid 10K. So let's say you try to register here. There won't be any error message. And this is how to actually automate Excel sheets. Do you all understand now? Come on, Bolake, do you understand?
Yeah.
Did you understand every step we did?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Adola or anyone. Is anyone still with us except Bolake?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think do you all understand the step I took, the step I followed
Yes, I
for
do.
everything? Oh, okay. So actually, I think I'm actually supposed to stop. We'll start with conditional formatting tomorrow. Uh, we'll continue tomorrow. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Sure, keep happens. I'm so sorry for whatever happens to the family, so I have to attend to our first. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow by 4 p.m. again. Have a good day. Bye. Everyone.